What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bricks and Toys. Today we are moving on to a art set, and this is the Milky Way art set from May the 15th. On the 15th of May, we got two releases. We got the Artemis and we got the Milky Way. And today we are going to be building this Milky Way. Now, I don't know a whole lot about the Milky Way other than, isn't that a candy bar that's kind of delicious? I mean, look at me, guys. Of course I'm going to relate it to candy. I'm fat for a reason. But besides that, when I think about the Milky Way, I think of lactose intolerance. Okay, that's enough jokes about food. Obviously, when it comes to the Milky Way, I know more of the food references to a Milky Way than I do of the actual space system and what it entails. I'm actually hoping by doing this build today, I might actually learn about the Milky Way and what it is and how is it important. And why did LEGO feel the need to make a LEGO set about it? A really cool point here is this set looks incredible. Now, I love it when LEGO starts doing these art sets that's more of like an abstract of random pieces to make the set kind of come alive. We've seen this done earlier with sets like the Hokusai Great Wave, which we featured here on the channel a year ago, actually. Wow, time flies, everybody. And like with the Hokusai Great Wave, it's made of an abstract of parts to give it a really cool 3D effect. This is a theme that we're seeing more and more with LEGO art sets, like the Gotham City skyline and with the Spider-Man, where traditionally before the art was just flat. But I really like this new style. So let's go over this box and let's see what we can kind of figure out and expect, as this is a wall-hanging art piece and not a shelf piece to put on a shelf. So definitely not going to have really anything other than 1x1s, I can tell you that. A 1x1 of, looks like to be even tree stems and coffee cups maybe? Who knows? There's all types of stuff in here. So let's just go over and let's take a look. Now, one thing I do want to note that is interesting, when you look at the Artemis box, it's black, it's dark, with a hint of purple. Well, that carries over in with this art set. Now, one thing that doesn't carry over is the 18 and older packaging, where it has a stripe with some LEGO pieces, and it's colored in a weird way to the theme on the bottom. This is styled in the more of the traditional, the art sense, where we have the name over here and the specifications down here. And in terms of the specifications, it does say that there's a soundtrack about this. I did that with the Elvis or the Batman, and it wasn't too interesting, so I don't think I'd be doing that feature. It is an 18 and older set. We do have 3,091 pieces in this set, and it is set number 31212. So that is that, and it does say down here that if you got a party of 5, you guys can actually work on this set together and get it built. Now, in the past, for sets like Hokusai, my wife built that one. Now, for Batman and Elvis, we did the 3 of them put together, making the large one, and my wife helped me with that. For this one, I'm on my own. And because I'm on my own, I am going to take 6 days to build this. Continuing to look at the box, we got the set on like flat on a table here, and we got a little one-to-one of a leaf element, which will be a part of the abstract elements. You can kind of see the 3D effect in this picture. Now, I did see this set built at the store, and it looked great. On the side, we got it laying flat on a table, Milky Way, LEGO. And over here, we got some Legal Eagles coming around to the bottom. Barcodes, recycling information, LEGO art, Legal Eagles, barcode. You guys know by now. And then we have some of the building experience on the back of the box, which I would expect for a LEGO art set. We had the person listening to some headphones while building this set. That's the soundtrack being represented with the set. There's a QR code to help get a hold of that. It says build, listen, and relax. Maybe. I might check it out. And then over here we got the family. We're putting it all together. Then we have it hanged up on a wall. I like the little plaque that says "You are here." So are we living in the Milky Way? Is that what that means? Man, I really need to figure this out. You guys that know are probably pulling your hair out in the comment section, aren't you? And then we're going to get the dimensions of it, which is about 15.5 inches tall and about 25.5 inches wide. So it is pretty big. Like I said, I saw it in the store and I was quite impressed. So that is the box, and that's kind of my understanding with it. Let's go ahead and let's unbox this set. Now, I didn't say it, so I'll say it now. This set does cost about $200 US, and I think for 3,091 pieces, that's pretty fair, and I really think we're going to get a hell of a building experience with this set. So let's open it up. So with the art set, 2 pieces of tape gets it open, and then you guys are going to get your first look into it. And boy, look at that. It looks full, everybody. Yep. It's about as full as the Artemis. So I'm going to say 27 bags. That's what the Artemis was. So let's say 27 bags. Let's do the pour. And we have another box. Okay, so there we go. Well, I can tell you one thing. I see a bag 29, so we're definitely not at 27 bags. Now, on an interesting note, this secondary box right here, it is kind of a shoebox style box with 6 pieces of tape. And it comes open like this. Never seen this before. Now, this is actually interesting. Okay, guys, check this out. So, this is the direction that Lego is going to take their packaging. All of the new sets, from my understanding, are going to be in these boxes that are going to be printed with the set on the front. They're going to open up just like that. Then you're going to have this box that's basically held together with this weird overlap to kind of give it some rigidity. That is really cool to know. So I see more bags, and I see a lot of unnumbered parts in this bag. Now, it does seem to me that the ladder of this set is not separated. It's kind of all mixed in here. We do have this bag of beams right here. That's not sealed, and it almost went onto my floor. We got another one right here. We got some bigger plates, 2x plates. And then here's why I did not buy the Batman set. These 16x16 tiles, these Technic art tiles. If a Lego set does not have these, then what's the true foundation of the art set? I know that this is going to be as deep as the Batman Gotham skyline, so why couldn't they have used these? That's why I didn't buy that set, because it looked flimsy without these plates. So we have 3, we have 6, we have 11, and we have 15. So it looks like we have 15 in total. And then we have another bag hanging out, and then we have a book right here. So off camera, I'm going to lay out all these bags, and I'm going to tell you guys how much. I said 27. Clearly, we're looking at 29 or more. Let's count them out. Okay, so we are done with the sorting. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31 bags total. So we have 31 bags, 15 plates, a bunch of, looks to be 2x10 plates, and looks like to be 1x8 or 1x10 brick studs. So now, let's open up our book. I don't think there's going to be any stickers on this, but I do think there's going to be 5 building books. Yep, that looks to be about right. So on book 1, we clearly have the QR code, and this is going to make a frame. Now, one really cool thing I thought about with this set is maybe it would be cool to put our Series 26 minifigures with this. That would be a good pairing. So we have 44 steps to build the frame in the first book. And let me see if it has anything extra. Yes, it does tell you about Lego art. And let's see. It just says to listen to it to get to know more about the set. So then book 2, let's see if it picks up from the 44 steps. So book 2 takes you through 4 through 8, so the frame is the first 3 bags. And it starts all over again. Okay, so this is when we start building onto the plates, it seems. So the next book's going to be 56 steps and 35 pages. Then we go to book number 3. This is going to be a heck of a project. Book number 3 takes you through 9 and 10, or 9 through 14. It does have more Milky Way information, so that is good. And this will take you up to 87 steps and another 54 pages. Here we go to book number 4. More stuff about the Milky Way, 15 to 20 to get this done. As usual, starts over at 1, so book number 4 will take you through 83 more steps and 51 more pages. Number 5 is going to be more Milky Way information, 21 through 26, and it looks to be 75 more steps and 47 pages. Number 6, a little bit more information, 26 through 31 to complete it. Then we have the parts guide on the back of the book, picture of it all done. Then right before that, it tells us to place the "You Are Here" plaque, and it ends at 57 more steps and 38 pages. So clearly, with this behind me, I have a boatload of work to knock out, and I better get to work on it. Now, I am giving myself, I think, 6 days to get this done. I'm filming this on the actual day of building the Artemis, so I'm going to be doing the Artemis along other videos in the background with this set. So, because of that, we're just going to go right into the review right now. Well, let's dive on into the review of the Milky Way Lego art. And, well, guys, holy cow. First and foremost, I do want to apologize on the earlier clip. I had a mic malfunction once again, and that's why the audio sounded like horse butt. But, for lack of a better term, we should be back with good audio for this segment. And let's just, where do you start with something like this? Like, I don't really have anything to point out to you guys. I can easily just pull the camera out and be like, well, there it is. But I want to show you guys, like, the parts in the depth. I think some parts of this is actually almost 3 bricks deep. So 9 plates deep. As you can see, we got the "You Are Here" right there. Not quite sure what that means, because I don't think we're part of the Milky Way galaxy. Because we can see the Milky Way from Earth. I don't freaking know how any of this stuff works. So let's go over the overall swirl. Nice and up close. We got the nice blue, purple, translucent purple, really nice. Then it comes around, gets into that pinkish tones. You guys can really get a sense of all the flowers and helmets. I see parts that I've never even seen before in this set. There's coffee cups and everything. Then we got some trans pink thrown in there. Some of that hot orange color. And then it gets really thick on the white with those plant stems, which is a really cool touch. But not to mention, it does also come down past the "You Are Here" sign. And you can see we have window frames and all types of just random ass components. Like, there's a pair of binoculars just chilling out there. And then we have parts like this and parts like these for plants. And, we got a freaking carrot sticking out of this SOB right here. This is crazy. Parts I've never seen before are like these parts. That pink one right there. There's even a jewel right there next to the "You Are Here" sign. There's parts that I've never seen before as well, besides the other one I just showed you. This piece right here, no freaking clue what that is. Even my daughter noticed that and was like, what is that? For the surrounding, you got that trans purple, then you got the glitter little dishes in purple as well. Really nice. Just a really freaking cool set. I really do feel like it is a trash can of parts, and a good way for Lego to get rid of those extra pinkish parts. We do got a satellite dish right there, but it comes out really cool. Now, the build construction is quite nice. You do build it in sections, but the frame, as you can see, is really thick and stout. There are these little axle holes across. This is how you lock in the stuff, or the plates, when you build it. Let's take a look at the back. See, when I do art, I'm more into the back of it. This is like what makes it secure. This is what makes me know I can trust it. And that's why I didn't do the Batman art, because it wasn't like this. It was just plates. And it was like, why, bro? Why do you have so much hanging off of the piece of art, yet you don't have an actual plates? And what I'm talking about are these strong 16 by 16 tiles. I've already talked about it in the prior segment. And they're locked in with all those green friction pins together, all of those plates. And those plates are locked in with the axle holes up on the top, as I showed you already. Then we have these nice little screw mounts right here to get it mounted. I mean, this thing's built like a shit brick house, everybody. I feel confident standing it up like this, and there is no stand like on the Starry Night or anything that says that it's safe to be stood like that. This thing is just really all around a surprise, and let's wrap up and talk about it. As I've said it throughout this video, and I said it with the Artemis, I just don't understand space-related things. I've never plugged myself into it like I did when I got into Star Wars. I got into Star Wars at like 23, 24 years of age. So I haven't even been a Star Wars fan for a full 10 years. I think I'm on 9 or, well, I guess almost 10 years. And it took Star Wars to plug me into space. I remember growing up and all the older people around me were like, you could see the constellations. And I'm like, and? I remember going out camping and people being like, a huge thing about camping is you could see the stars. Okay. Now, as I get older, I do have more of appreciation for space and our position in the galaxy and universe and everything. And I'm trying to come around and get more of an understanding about it and kind of like attach myself to it, for lack of a better term. But I think it's just a little too late because I still, like I keep saying, I don't understand how this is what this is. I said it over dinner, and my wife, which is 29 years old, she looked at me and dropped her fork and said, "You don't know about the galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy?" And I was like, no, I do not. I don't understand why there is a "you are here" on this. I don't get it, but maybe you guys can let me know in the comments. I do see telescope footage of this from Earth, so that tells me if we're in it, then how can we see it? So I don't get the whole "you are here." Now, one really cool thing I did forget to mention with this set is there is a little alien guy right here. You know, he's on a little cylinder stud thing, and I guess that's just to resemble that there's life in other galaxies. Well, of course, where do you think George Lucas got the idea for Star Wars? In a galaxy far, far away, in another time, or whatever. We all know, and we would have to be naive not to believe that there's life in other parts of this galaxy, and we're the only solar system of Earth, Mars, and all of that. No, I do believe that there are more and more and more out there, and when I think about it, I start to get a little overwhelmed, a little bit anxious, because it's like, what if like Marvel and the quantum realm, and then like Star Wars, and what if like there's like a purpose to everything? Okay, you know what? Let's just get back to the art. This art is really freaking cool. If you're on the fence about it, well, let me get you off the fence, and let's just say, for $200, you could not think of a better way to cause maybe 2 or 3 days worth of finger pain. No, seriously though, guys, for $200, this is an easy 3 days worth of work. I've got 3 days into this, countless hours of just taking my time. Here locally, we have the EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival, going on right now. So I just turn on the live stream, let Tiesto do his mixes and stuff. Well, I just build this, and it's been a perfect weekend getting it done while listening to EDC. So it's a great build for the time. It's a great build for the time and the money, and it's a great way to make your finger hurt for days. This finger it hurts. Like if I try to grab my car keys, my phone, it's like sting, ow, because you're just plugging 3,000 pieces on those boards. And with these being such an abstract, there's such a wide array of pieces that you have to get in there, and you literally have to strategize. Do I want to do the stud before I do the brick? Because if I do the brick before the stud, I'm going to have to get my finger in there and really cram it in there. You really have to think while you do this. And you have to think about the dumbest things. Other than that, guys, you're literally just sticking studs and bricks to a board. You're not building a building, you're not building a car, you're not building a ship, a mask, anything. You're just building, well, you're not building, you're just sticking things, and it's an abstract piece. And at the end, it is a really beautiful piece. So one of the biggest things with this set is you just have to be really, really prepared to take a lot of time to build something that is a visual thing and not something that you can basically display on a shelf. It's for a wall. So with that, everybody, I think I've covered everything. I love it. I wish I understood more about the Milky Way. I don't. Maybe you guys can be nice, drop some comments down below. And if you guys want to support the channel, there's 2 ways to do so. You guys can hit the thank you button down below. Leave a small donation. Helps us get Lego sets I don't understand like this, but I would like to. And also support the Bricks and Toys YouTube channel. If that's not really your thing, you guys can still support the channel by just simply subscribing and hitting that subscribe button in the description around the window. When you guys hit subscribe, it doesn't cost you guys anything, and it lets YouTube know that people are liking my channel. In the terms of liking my videos and my channel, you guys can share this video or the channel with your friends, like the video, and also comment your thoughts down below. Like I already said, do you have it? Do you know the main purpose of the Milky Way? Why is this galaxy so particular than all the others? Let me know down below. Up next on the channel is going to be the June Outlook. I was going to do the June Outlook before this, but now I'm going to do it after, and so you guys can see this before the end of May. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Y'all have an excellent rest of your day.